Our story begins in Des Moines, Iowa. Angie and I were at a Burger's Bagel, and we went in there to get some bagels, and Angie got her coffee. And at that time, I didn't drink coffee, so I had a Dr. Pepper. And as we were sitting there eating our bagel and drinking our drinks, we thought, you know, there is not a specialty coffee shop or bagel shop in downtown Clear Lake. And so as we were walking out, we decided to begin thinking of some names. And as we were driving, we were kicking out Coffee Cabin, Coffee Lodge Cabin, and our daughter just sprung out, how about Cabin Coffee Company? So we got to Clear Lake, we arrived at Clear Lake, and there was art in the park at that time, and there was a lot of artists there that had a lot of Western looking artifacts and pictures. And so we thought, well, wow, that'll complement our shop really well. So that's how our story begins.
The first few years of our marriage, we really would kind of just joke about the just be happy and have fun and how we were going to have it on shirts. And so as soon as we came up with the idea to start a business, we just knew it had to be our slogan. And customers have just embraced it. It's life is short, and so we do want to just take the opportunities that we can to just not take things too seriously, have some fun, be happy.
Just be happy and have fun.
There you go. But some of our early years of challenges were just securing our first loan was quite a challenge. So that was a big challenge that we ran into. Within the first few years, we started working with a franchise attorney and just really finding the right attorney for us to help us grow our business was challenging. The first one that we started with just wasn't a great fit for us. So we really look at them as our partner in this, and so you have to have someone, you know, just as it was with the banking, our banker is a partner in our business, our attorney is a partner in our business. So just really surrounding ourselves with the people that had our vision and our best interest in mind was definitely challenging.
So the first thing, we knew that we had to get another store opened up just besides Clear Lake. We knew that we had to get in another market for people to be able to actually visualize and see that this could work in other markets. So we intentionally opened up a store in Mason City in a power strip center on the west side of town. And once we opened up that store, we saw how well that did. Then we knew right then that this is something that we can go ahead and take that next step, source, interview, and hire an attorney firm for us to be able to get our franchise agreement started. And you know, we look back, we think we sure have learned a lot through these years. But I tell you what, the acceptance and the greetings from Clear Lake and their just sheer awe. We had so many people asking us, well, where is Cabin Coffee out of? And we would say, right here in Clear Lake. No, where did it start? And we would say, it started right here in Clear Lake, Iowa. Angie and I started it. So right then we knew, didn't we, really, that, okay, we got a brand that we can send literally in other places across America.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, Brad and I really, from the very beginning, we realized that we don't have a business, we don't have an income without our customers, the community that we serve. They really, in turn, serve us. And so we've always felt that it's very, very important giving back to the community. One of the very early things that we did was doing a fundraiser for the high school band here in Clear Lake. And at the time, we had just a 1-pound roaster. And I remember getting those order forms back from the kids at the band, and I was so excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, they sold like 150 pounds of coffee. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, they sold 150 pounds of coffee. So you could literally only do about 3.5 pounds an hour. So we had to spend the night there roasting. But anyway, it was really great to be able to give back to them. And Brad and I really try to look for opportunities that we can do that. We've worked with YEA out at the Pappajohn Center, and that was precious times for Brad and I. We just helped kind of facilitate the high school kids as they were developing business plans, and the relationships that we still have with many of those students it's just priceless. And so we had some challenging times, but it was so much fun and just so rewarding.
I tell you what, Pappajohn Center, NIACC, they add so much value to our community. I'm always just forever grateful for Tim Putnam and his team, and NIACC and Randy Smith. We did a lot of classes with him at NIACC on his accounting and marketing classes, and what was kind of fun about that was they didn't have to take their finals. They could do a marketing plan for Cabin Coffee for their final. And
so our work with the Pappajohn Center on the new venture competition was an incredible process for us. We'd already had a couple of stores open, and we're in the process of another, and it really helped us. I think, we had kind of the basics of our plan, but it really helped us by doing that business plan in such a detail for a competition like that. It really helped us think through all of our processes in just such a deeper way that it was so helpful for us as we grew stores in those following years.
Yeah, for me too, it's comforting to know that there's so much out there for us as business owners to network and utilize, like the Pappajohn Center, to raise the bar and to add more value and significance to your business in all aspects of it. And overall, just there's so much out there for the Pappajohn Center for everyone to utilize those resources because that's what they're there for, and they truly care, not only from the head but from the heart too. They really want to see our community and individuals grow.
Well, and the thing is, we need to, as business owners, we need to be surrounded by other successful businesses and business owners. You can't just have one successful business in a town. You need to be surrounded by other business-minded, successful people. And so that's what's amazing, is having it right in our back door, and to have those resources available for our community. It's just, it's really great.
Wouldn't you agree, Angie, that one of the most rewarding things about owning your own business is the level of education that we get? The more you know, the more you find out you don't know. And so it's just so fun, helpful, and enriching to see other people help you grow.